Connelly Early, 6'3", 195-pound sophomore. Early just turned 23 years of age on April the 3rd from Midlothian, Virginia. A fifth-round pick of the Red Sox in 2023. Kett swings through a pitch, strike one, 0-1. And we are in the last of the fourth, which is fouled back. For Early, this is his second appearance for the Sea Dogs. Pitched an inning in a start, Early 3 2/3 innings, and this was probably going to be his start tonight until Chad Epperson got the call that Lucas Giolito would start in a rehab assignment. Fouled away. Got to worry about your pitching staff. Make sure they get their work. That is a fair ball. And the off-balance throw is in time. Nice play by Liendo. And look at that stretch by Jordan. Great play at both ends. Watch Liendo. That's a fair ball as indicated by the umpire, Ethan Gorsak. And look at the stretch by Jordan. And the emphatic out call by umpire Tyler Whitty. And a fine play at both ends. Look at that angle. And Jordan, on a very close play, gets the call. We're sending Giolito to you for a rehab. There's a swing and a miss, strike three, as Carrick goes after an inside pitch. And there are two away. So that's what Chad Epperson is facing. Relatively speaking, it's only the fourth inning, but for him, because he's a starter, I beg your pardon, came against the Reading Fightin' Phils. That was his last outing. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Let's see what he throws here. That's a fastball, and Montgomery goes down swinging. A 1-2-3 inning for Early. Bassaro, first thing first, how's your grandmother? That's, I mean, it's so great a story. She's what, 102 years old?
102, yes. Yeah. Yep. It takes a real trooper to do that. And putting himself in environments others, not even yourself, you know.
Now, how old were you when you learned about your grandfather?
My dad would tell us stories, but he would paint him as a more humble man. Spike Lee, I knew Spike Lee before I knew, you know, go abroad for a better education, just because the schools back home weren't too good. Out in the rest of the world, because they need that help out there. Africa's beautiful. Africa's full of resources that just aren't being utilized. But so we need to have that independence so we can, you know, have the ability to keep the wealth within the continent.
Now Zach Kokoska has struck out, so the first two batters have struck out here in the fifth, and here is Juan Guerrero.
I hope to be just as influential.
What are you majoring in?
I play a lot of basketball. I was a captain. We barely had bats. But yeah.
People might not remember, but your grandfather and grandmother lived in Connecticut.
Yep. They had a house in Salem, Connecticut, and beautiful, beautiful home. And I think that's a place, it's a great environment to raise kids and have children.
That is Connelly Early, who has been perfect since coming on to start the fourth inning. Dion Jorge looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Jorge has doubled in 3 and been hit by a pitch on a bases loaded double by Jorge. He cleared the bases. Early has retired all 6 batters he's faced, the last 5 on strikeouts. 3-1 pitch. And that was on the outside corner, strike 3 called. That's 6 strikeouts in a row now for Early. There's that breaking ball. We told you he's not going to overpower you. And Jorge is punched out by Rafael Pineda, the home plate umpire. He struck out and also popped out to short. There's a strike on the outside corner. Motion to it. Tonight they scored 7 runs. Early on 6 hits. There's a ball. He is. And Betancourt pops it up. That is the shortstop Romero, who puts it away for the second out. 7-3 Dogs. There's a strike. No 1 pitch upcoming. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. There's a foul. 1-2 pitch upcoming. Swing and a miss, strike three. The ball is dropped by Rosario. He fires to first, and that ends the last of the Kent 0 for 2 tonight. Ball three. Early has been perfect, retiring all 9 hitters he has faced. 6 of them in a row on strikeouts, and overall 7 strikeouts. There's a strike 3 and 1. He struck out 6 in a row, and 7 of the 9 batters he has faced. Strike 2 is Kent. Swings through a fastball. Voted the best curve and changeup in the Red Sox organization last year. There's a comebacker, deflected, and Kent is going to beat it out. Nick Kent gets the Yard Goats' first hit off of Early, and the first hit since the 3rd inning. That seemed to kick off the heel of Early's right leg, and there was no way that Leandro was going to have a play on Nick Kent. I don't think Kent's going to be running here. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1. Jordan holding him on. 1-2 pitch upcoming. There's trouble. Early has only one play, and he gets Carrick down there at first base. Kent advancing to second base. That ball had trouble written all over it. A high chopper. Carrick tearing down the first base line, but Early didn't panic and got the throw off with a little help from Jordan. A couple of strikeouts. First round pick of the Rockies looks at a strike. Nothing. There's a drive to right field, and on the run to make the catch is Rozier. Kent remains at second base. There's a strike on the outside corner. He threw 60 pitches on his rehab assignment. Did he go too far? Yes, he did. An appeal. And first base umpire Tyler Whitty says Karros did not hold up. The 0-2 pitch upcoming. Low, fast track. 1-2. Misses inside. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fouled. Now the 2-2 pitch. There's a high drive to deep left center, and this one is going to be off the wall. In to score is Kent. Stopping at second with a double is Karros, and the Yard Goats have another run on the board. It's 7-4 Portland. Zach Kokoska 0 for 2 tonight with a walk and a run scored. Swing and a miss. 1-1 pitch upcoming. And it's a bunt foul. Fouled away. This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And it is swung on and missed, strike 3.